Assalamu alaikum. Today is 26th August 2025. Time is 15:58, and we will be trading Apple. The news. Macro. Trump versus Fed. Trump ordered the removal of Fed Governor Lisa Cook, which she rejected. Move raised legal questions, sent long yields higher, and steepened the curve on fears of inflation-friendly replacements. Importance. Adds political risk to Fed independence and volatility in treasuries. Index S&P 500 SPX. Interactive brokers IBKR will join S&P 500, replacing Walgreens WBA. Talon Green TLN enters midcap 400. Kinetic KNTK joins small cap 600. Importance. Index reshuffling often drives passive fund flows and volatility. Tech. Apple pledges USD 2.5 billion to expand iPhone production in India from 40 million to 60 million units annually, assembling iPhone 17 locally, opening new stores. Importance. Strengthens India footprint as supply chain diversification from China. Skyworks AMD. Skyworks appointed AMD exec Philip Carter as CFO. Importance. Management moves affect investor confidence in execution and strategy. Qualcomm CAO Neil Martin stepped down to lead corporate development. Patricia Gregg named new CAO. Importance. Leadership reshuffle signals focus on M&A strategy. Wolfspeed Q4 EPS minus 0.77 expected minus 0.72, revenue 197 million expected 191.4 million, expects court approval to exit chapter 11 next month. Importance. Reorganization progress is key for survival of silicon carbide player. IBM AMD collaborating to integrate quantum and classical computing with demo expected later this year. Communications. Google Fox YouTube Fox renewal talks ongoing. Fox channel risk being dropped if no deal by August 27. Importance. Contract dispute could disrupt subscribers and ad revenue. Netflix will stream all 2026 World Baseball Classic games in Japan, making first tournament live rights. Importance. Boosts Netflix live content push in Japan subscriber appeal. AT&T EcoStar. AT&T acquiring spectrum licenses from EcoStar for USD 23 billion, reaffirms 2025 guidance, expand AT&T's network capacity but adds leverage. And there's news for industrials, materials, energy, utilities, financials, real estate, consumer staples, consumer discretionary, healthcare, and that is it for the news segment. We got the most important news covered. We are trading Apple today, so let's try to understand how we expect Apple to behave and what are the plays that we will try to make. Apple, after holding 200, Apple jumped up into the 235 area, up till 235. It jumped into the 230 area directly without any pressure from the sellers. The sellers then started pressuring the price. Buyers started pulling back until 223, where the buyers first stepped up. The price then rallied to 230, and the sellers were strong in that area, and that has pushed the price lower. The first important thing that we take note of is how much was the volume when the buyers pushed the price higher from 224. Were they really strong? Were the buyers really strong? Was the push very strong, or was this rally an expectation based rally and less proof based rally? If we go back and look at the jump here, we see that there is not a lot of volume. There is not a lot of volume suggesting that that this turn was more volume based. Rather, if we see the sellers are much more stronger, showing a much consistent, much retained volume, which stayed throughout. So sellers clearly are stronger here. The price just rallied upwards based on expectations of buyer presence, but I think that is not happening anymore, and that is not visible anymore. Sellers are much more apparent. So I suspect that the stock is going to try and test the lows, maybe try and test 224 again. Just check again if the buyers are there. Maybe the sellers will really try to grind the buyers out, and maybe then the price rallies. Maybe the price rallies tomorrow. Maybe that is something we can see. But today I expect the sellers to be strong, the sellers to take control. For the past 2 days, sellers have been committed. They have not been desperate in any way. They have been committed. We expect the sellers to take the stage and maybe show some strength. So we expect committed sellers at 227.5. Committed sellers from 228 to 227.5. So let me mark this area. Any break above any break above this area would be invalidation. That would be very undesirable. So we don't want that. And we expect committed sellers in this area. Maybe upon seeing those committed sellers, we expect some kind of desperate sellers as well. Can we see desperate sellers right at the open? Even that is entirely possible, but is just one of the things that I want to avoid, because there can be noise in the open that might stop me out. So maybe I'll take the first entry after the big move happens. Because maybe there could be some, buyers who, stray buyers who might think this is a good price to buy at. There isn't anything suggesting that, the sellers are extremely strong and they'll just drive the price straight down to 224. There might be some choppiness in this area. So I want to avoid that choppiness if possible. Just stay clear of it, stay clear of that choppiness, and maybe hopefully trade take trades in this 227.3.4.5 area. Mm, if the price opens and falls from 227, the 206.85, then maybe I'll try to get a short in the earliest short that I can. Just till 224, that would be my trade. Anyway, this is all the plan that I have, all the plan that I will be trading. And let me draw this plan out. Plan number one is going into this area, shooting down. Plan number two is we're expected to go deep into this area. No, going lower, maybe retesting a bit, a view up or something. And then, okay, that reminds me, I need view up to trade today. View up. Yes, my lines are here. It goes, retests the view up, and then it drops. Those are the only two scenarios that I will be trading. So yeah, inshallah, see you in like maybe 25 minutes or 20 minutes, and when the market opens. The market has opened. Market triggered my SL and dipped down. Okay, I'm back. Let's drop some size. And I leave 25 open for the rest of the day. Anyway, this was all my session for today. Maybe I can even drop the entire thing. But should I leave it open for 224.75? Or should I leave the graph open? I don't know. I'll stop the video here though. I have 25 open, which I'll leave on for the rest of the day. And I'll call it a day here. Thank you so much.